Don't believe everything you think. Most of your thoughts aren't true. They're just lies your brain tells to keep you safe. In this video, we'll uncover the most powerful lies your brain believes. Not the obvious ones, but the silent ones, the deep ones, the ones controlling your life from the shadows. Lie number 1. If I express my true self, I'll be rejected. You've probably felt this one, right? That weird hesitation before you speak up in a group. That little voice that says, don't say that. What if they think you're weird? So you shrink a little, you stay quiet. You tell yourself it's not a big deal, but it is. Because every time you hold back who you are, you send yourself the message, the real me isn't acceptable. Here's where this comes from. Your brain is wired to avoid rejection at all costs. Not because you're weak, because you're human. Thousands of years ago, being rejected by your group meant real danger. You couldn't survive alone. So your brain learned, blend in, stay safe. Lie number 2, I must avoid pain at all costs. No one likes pain, that's normal. But somewhere along the way, we start treating pain like it's the enemy. Like if something hurts, it must be wrong. Or if something's uncomfortable, we should back away. So we avoid the hard conversations. We don't try again after failing. We numb out with screens, food, distractions, anything to not feel. But here's the thing. Avoiding pain doesn't protect you. It shrinks you. And sometimes the very pain you're avoiding is the path to growth. Lie number 3, I am separate and alone in this world. It's weird, isn't it? We're more connected than ever, and yet so many people feel totally alone. That's not your fault. Your brain is wired to see the world through me versus them. It creates boundaries between you and everyone else, like you're watching life from behind a glass wall. But in truth, we all carry similar fears. We all just want to feel seen, safe, and understood. You're not as alone as you feel. It's just that everyone else is quietly wondering if they belong, too. Lie number 4. Change means loss and threat. Ever notice how your brain freaks out even when the change is good? New job? Panic. New city? Fear. Even healing feels uncomfortable. That's because your brain's job is to keep things predictable. It would rather stick with something familiar, even if it's painful, than risk stepping into the unknown. But not everything unfamiliar is dangerous, and not everything familiar is safe. Growth will always feel risky at first, but so did walking, speaking, or falling in love, and you did those anyway. Lie number 5, my emotions are facts. Feelings are powerful. They feel true, but that doesn't mean they are true. Just because you feel worthless doesn't mean you are. Just because you feel like everyone's judging you doesn't mean they are. Your brain has a way of turning temporary emotions into permanent identities. But emotions are messengers, not dictators. You can feel sad and still be strong. You can feel fear and still move forward. Learning to notice your emotions without obeying them, that's emotional freedom. Lie number 6, I need to be perfect to be accepted. Somewhere, deep down, many of us carry this quiet rule. If I just get everything right, then I'll finally be enough. So we overwork. We overthink. We try to earn love like it's a prize for good behavior. But perfection isn't connection. It's performance. You don't need to be flawless to be loved. You just need to be real. Lie number 7, I'm not good enough. This one hurts because it hides in everything. You hesitate to apply for the job. You downplay your success. You compare yourself to everyone else and always come up short. It's not that you're not capable. It's that somewhere along the way you started believing you weren't worthy. Maybe it was one moment, one sentence, one failure that rewrote your story. But here's the truth. You were never supposed to be perfect. You were supposed to be growing. And not good enough is not a fixed truth. It's just an outdated belief your brain forgot to update. Lie number 8, everyone is watching and judging me. You walk into a room and feel like everyone's staring. You make a mistake and assume people are talking about you. You post something online and overanalyze every reaction. That's not you being dramatic. It's your brain's spotlight effect. Your brain assumes you're the center of attention. Because to your survival brain, social rejection feels like danger. But here's the twist. Most people aren't focused on you at all. They're too busy thinking about themselves. So live your life. Be weird. Say what you need to say, because the truth is, they're probably not watching. And if they are, they're not judging as hard as you think. Lie number 9, my self-worth depends on others' approval. You constantly check for likes, compliments, or nods of approval. You feel good when people agree with you, bad when they don't. But here's the thing, your worth isn't tied to others' opinions. It's something you have to decide for yourself. Relying on approval is like chasing a moving target. You'll always feel a little empty. Lie number 10, I can control everything. You try to plan, manage, and control every detail in life. Because uncertainty feels scary, but the truth is you can't control most things. Trying to do so only creates stress and frustration. Freedom starts when you accept that some things are out of your hands. Lie number 11, the past defines my future. You believe your past mistakes or failures set the course for the rest of your life. Maybe you've told yourself, I'm just not that person, or I've always been unlucky. But your past isn't a life sentence. It's a story you can rewrite. Your future can be different starting today. Lie number 12. I am powerless against my instincts. Sometimes your impulses feel so strong, like you can't control them, but you're not a victim of your feelings or urges. You can create space between impulse and action. That space is where real choice happens. Lie number 13. I am what I think I am. You believe the labels you give yourself. Shy, not creative, a failure. But those labels are just stories your brain repeats. They're not facts. You have the power to change how you see yourself. Lie number 14. I'll be happy only when I achieve X. You think happiness is waiting for a promotion, a relationship, or a goal. So you put your life on hold, chasing then. But waiting for then means missing out on now. Happiness is found in the moments you're living today. These lies have been running quietly in your mind for years, shaping how you see yourself and the world around you. But here are a few tips to break free from these lies. Awareness. Simply naming these lies takes away their power. Tools. Practice mindfulness to observe your thoughts without judgment. Use cognitive behavioral techniques to challenge false beliefs, and cultivate self-compassion to soften inner criticism. Rewiring the brain. Thanks to neuroplasticity, your brain can change. Conscious effort rewires old patterns into healthier ways of thinking. If this video opened your eyes, like, comment, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Subscribe for more deep insights into how your mind really works.